Hello Gearspace, this is Davide from SoundMachines. I want to introduce Lorenzo, our product specialist, which will guide you through the functions of our new firmware and capabilities of the arches.
Hello Gearspace, I'm Lorenzo, and I want to show you the new functionalities of the arches. So basically, the arches, as you might know, is a performance controller oriented into modulation and playing of Eurorack modules, and also MIDI via USB and MIDI 5-pin MIDI connections, and also Bluetooth. So basically, a rough overview of the instrument is that you have different elements inside of these instruments. So you have different sliders based on our module, the LS1 light strip, that you can mount and dismount to create keyboards, and you also have pressure points, and you also have light planes, a reduced version of our light planes, and basically you can control with the keyboards send the pitch and gate informations to synthesizers, and you can have a step sequencer and also a trigger sequencer. So basically, we wanted to improve some functionalities and overall bug fixes, of course. And one of the major improvements is that the step sequencer now have mute steps. So you can mute the steps during a sequence, and now when you come back in the default view of this instrument, is that you can have you can mount keyboards and have 3 elements that you can obviously record automation, but instead of our normal LS1 behavior, you can now have a free quantized version of them. Quantized means that instead of having a rough voltage, raw voltage going from 0 to 5 in 127 steps in our patch outputs, you now have quantized voltages, and you can cover from the bottom to the top 2 octaves and 3 and 4 octaves. So basically, when you do something like that, you can make sequences sending out constant gates and voltages. Then we also implemented a new function that is called loop reset. So basically, you can sync the start of the automation you made with the start of the sequence. So you can have a sequence going in time with your step sequencing. Also, we had MIDI aftertouch for the keyboards, and one other important aspect is that now the design of the arches comprise the custom wood enclosure. The arches we will sell from in a couple of months. We'll have this custom wood enclosure, but in the back, as you can see, all the connection, the power connection, the MIDI in and out, and USB, plus the SD card reader that was inside of the arches to store the firmware, and also the presets, is now all mounted in a panel that can be unmounted from its case, and it's Eurorack capable. It's Eurorack compatible, so you can take the arches out of its case and put it in your Eurorack case, and also the connection can be in the front, so it's easy to access them. You can also use the pressure sensitive points to trigger stuff. You can also customize everything you see on the arches to whatever output you want. And another important thing is that, as you can imagine, a lot of stuffs mean that you have some menu diving. It's not very hard, but it can be time consuming. But this fully customization of these instruments, it's as a little of a learning curve, but to make your life easier, we made a web editor, so you can just connect your arches to the PC via USB, and then you can access our editor that allows you to load your patterns, and once you select one of the patterns you made, you can customize whatever you want. So you can customize the general configuration to the connection to MIDI, USB, and also you can customize keyboards. You can customize whatever you want from Matrix. Matrix are light planes, keyboards, free elements, so the light strips to whatever note you want. You can also customize the step sequencer, also mutes, and you can change the track length, the gate length, the scale of the step sequencer. You can change all the things you want on the trigger sequencer, so you can have polyrhythms by setting whatever trigger lane you want to a different length, and also play mode, so up and down, pendulum, and random. So you are really, we try to make your life easier and to unlock the full customization of this instrument. And I think we are done. It's a very in-depth product, so we encourage you to take a dive and try to take the best from this instrument. So I'm Lorenzo from SoundMachines and by Gearspace. Thanks for having us.